What's happening, people? I'm Eric Wiley, owner of Tutor for Shooters. This week I'll be covering how to draw from holster while carrying concealed. I'll be demonstrating a draw from the appendix carry position, as well as the strong side carry position. The focus will be on clearing the garment for a draw and achieving proper hand placement before clearing your holster. First things first, when I want to clear my garment, the first thing I do is grab the hem of my garment. And when I'm doing an appendix carry draw, my focus is to get that shirt up high enough so that it does not impede me drawing and clearing my holster to present my firearm. So when I draw, the first thing I do after grabbing the garment is I rotate my hand up with my palm facing towards me. As you can notice with this simple movement, it's not exaggerated, but it is more than enough to create enough space between my covered garment and my firearm. Hand placement, what I do is I place my thumb at the rear of the slide. So my thumb is behind the slide on the firearm and my trigger finger is indexed outside of my pants, just in front of my belt buckle. The rest of my hands, the rest of my fingers wrap just around the grip of the firearm very lightly. I'm not applying a lot of pressure here before the draw. My focus in this moment is really just to get good hand placement. So when I clear my holster, I can do so in a nice smooth fashion before employing a two-handed shooting position. So here I draw and I rotate the gun up. And at this point, the gun is at a height where I can literally bring in my support hand and extend out for a good two-handed grip. Okay? So when reholstering, as you practice this drill, I would highly recommend looking your gun into holster. I come back, I bring the gun to my stomach, but the barrel is canted outward. And then I just slide the firearm back into the holster. So I'll demonstrate that again. I clear my garment by rotating my hand up with my palm facing me. I then place my hand on the firearm with my thumb behind the slide, as opposed to trying to force it in between my stomach and the firearm. That could add more time to your draw, so I generally avoid that. My index finger is just outside of my pants, touching my belt, and the rest of my fingers are wrapped around the grip of the firearm. Draw is nice and smooth. I clear the holster and I clear the garment, and when I clear the garment, I achieve a good two-handed grip from a compressed tie ready position, and I can extend out to present my firearm to target. Okay? Again, when I'm reholstering, I'm clearing my garment the same way, clearing my holster the same way by rotating my palm up and towards my body. My firearm is going back into the holster with my barrel slightly canted out as I place it against my body, and I just look the gun back into the holster. So when we're achieving consistency here, we want to make sure we do things the same way each time so that we can develop that good muscle memory while working to improve our draw from concealment. Strong side draw is a little bit different, but not by much. The hand placement is essentially the same, but because the gun is not in an appendix position, there requires just a little bit of adjustment when it comes to clearing your garment to access the firearm. So I'll demonstrate from a straight on position towards the camera, and then I'll cant my body so you guys can see a couple of things that are going on. Now, when I'm talking about clearing my garment for a strong side draw, one of the differences is I want to bring my support hand just a little bit closer to my firearm, to my strong side. So instead of being here, I may have my support hand just in front of my right pocket. okay? So when I prepare to draw, I'm still going through the same motion. So I'm bringing the garment up and I'm turning my palm in. Now, if you notice, I've cleared the garment from the firearm enough to get a good grip, a good initial purchase on the firearm, okay? So from here, all I'm really doing is indexing again with my index finger just outside of my pants on my belt line. My thumb is in the same position behind the slide, and my fingers are wrapped around the firearm. So when I draw, my thumb comes down to complete the grip, and I'm already in a compressed tie ready position with my hand. And at this point, all I would really need to do is bring my support hand into the picture, and as needed, extend to shoot. Okay? So I'll do that again. My support hand is coming just in front of my jean pocket, clearing the holster, draw, extend. Okay? While working this drill, take your time, nice and slow. You want to focus on maintaining simple body mechanics and economy of motion. You guys have probably frequently heard the concept that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So when training to develop muscle memory regarding use of firearms or essentially any perishable skill, you want to start out nice and slow in a nice step-by-step process so that you can actually develop the movements and mechanics. As you gradually become comfortable with it, you'll be able to speed up a little bit here and there, okay? So I'll demonstrate both of these draw techniques again, starting with the appendix carry. Nice and smooth. Reholster. Looking my gun back into the holster from a canted position. Strong side draw. Rotate, clear, draw, extend. And you can see that I'm indexing. When I reholster, same process. My barrel is canted outwards from my body until I get ready to reholster. Then I look it back into the holster. That's all I have for this drill today, guys. Take your time, rep this out. This is a drill that you can do at home, which is why I decided to demonstrate this drill from home, because it's a great way just to practice simple body mechanics and economical movement while working to develop your skills behind the gun. Remember, trouble never sends a warning. This is Eric with Tutor for Shooters. Check in, check out, and train. Feel free to subscribe and hit the like button below. If you decide to leave any comments, I'll be happy to address them as needed. Thanks again. Bye.